up? I am Melanie Nicole and you're watching my YouTube channel. Okay, so today we're simply getting straight into the video just because nobody got time for the intro, feel me? So all I'm doing right now is cutting off my old frontal because I'm just gonna show you guys exactly how I replace my frontals on my wigs. So yeah, you just want to make sure you're removing the frontal from the rest of the hair, and you want to be very careful just in case you might want to use your frontal for a frontal ponytail, anything. Just be careful so that you have that extra frontal if you need it. Okay, so here I'm just showing you the frontal, and if you can see, I put a white line on both pieces of the hair in the middle, just so that I know where to line them up when it's time to sew them together. Right here, I lined up the white lines and I just put one on top of the other, the frontal on top of the rest of the hair, and I'm just gonna make sure it's flat and I'm gonna sew it down. I don't really know how to make it any more detailed, but hopefully you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. This hair is from Destiny's Dynasty Co. on Instagram. This is a 28 inch. I actually cut into it, so it's probably around a 26 inch, and I dyed it jet black. This is fire hair, and you'll see that throughout the video. If you plan on purchasing, please be sure to use my code Mellymelts and tell me how you like it. When you're finished, this is what it should look like. The lines are lined up, everything's sewn down, and we're ready for install. Now, when it comes to getting a fire install, you want to make sure your wig fits your head. You don't need it to be too small, too big. You want it to be just right. And I know y'all see that scalp already, but we just getting started, for me. So first thing you want to do is size it to your head, cutting out your ear tabs, and you want to be real precise on this part because your ear tabs are really what could make or break your install. For video purposes, of course, I sped up the video, but understand I'm taking my time because you want this to be as perfect as possible, okay? As perfect as possible, because one thing for sure, if your ear tabs are not cut correctly, it can be very annoying, very uncomfortable, could not give scalp. Like, we don't want none of those problems, so let's just nip that in the butt right now. Adhesive I use is the Hold Me Down adhesive by Erica J. That's all I ever use. To get even layers, this silicone face mask brush. I don't even know how I started using this, but it works out perfect. All I'm going to do is go in and use 3 layers of glue. Make sure between each layer they dry clear. And yeah, you don't want it to wait till it's dry, but like you want to make sure it's clear but still tacky. Let's not drag it. Thanks. Now, because I know my hairline, this seems easier than it actually is, but I want you guys to make sure that before you go in and press everything down, you want to make sure that your lace is exactly where you want it to lay, because once you lay it down, pulling it back up, it's just going to be a mess, and we don't want that. So before you comb and press everything in, just lay your lace on top of the glue to see if it fits, and then you can go ahead and, solidify everything. Once everything is solidified, you want to go in with the hot comb just to really start that melt. You know what I'm saying? Like, just start it up. Let me not get ghetto. But yeah, go in with your hot comb and start that melt. Personally, like to cut my lace before tying it down and all that good stuff, just because I feel like it just lays better. Once you tie it down and then cut your lace, there might be some lifting that you gotta do, like to cut it after. Like, if you know what I'm saying, it just be too much sometimes. So I like to cut my lace before tying it down. Once everything is cut, you want to make sure you go in and get anything that has no glue under it. You want to make sure everything is glued down, because that'll be the quickest way for your glue to come. For your lace to come up, and we don't want that. So just make sure everything is glued down.
I know the quality is top notch. Like, I don't play my hair. My hair has been my baby for a while, and I started going for the great vendor, despite the fact that I still try other vendors just to have options, because you never really have a good thing. Like, just in case,
Now, to seal the deal, I'm going to go in with my Bougie Slay Spray. And instead of spraying it on my head, I'm going to spray it on my fingers and tap that in. That just works better. Just listen to me. I promise it works better. So just tap that in, and then you want to tie your hair down with an elastic band. And I sit under the dryer for 10 to 15 minutes, but you don't necessarily have to sit under the dryer to get the same look. Now, after 10 to 15 minutes, this is what we're giving. Scalp. Pure Scalp. It's a little ashy, but you can fix that with the same spray I'm using on my hair, which is the Beyond the Zone Heat Protectant. You can just spray that on your hairline, and it should get rid of the ashy look that it's giving. And the ashy look comes from, the spray drying on your head. So that's why I like to use my finger instead of just spraying it on your scalp, Here I'm just flat ironing my hair, and I feel like this is pretty repetitive, so I didn't leave this clip in long. But we're using the chase method, and we're also just using the Beyond the Zone Heat Protectant to get that nice shine and sleek look. Now for this step, you want to be very careful, because this can just mess up the entire look. But I'm going in with concealer, and I'm going to go with my black spray. Like I said before, please be careful with this step. If you feel like you're not going to be successful, do not do it. I'd rather you use like Sharpie or something, because this can get very messy. So yeah, this is pretty much the final look. I'll be sure to include some extra pictures and maybe even videos, but yeah, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.